Welcome to another episode, everyone. Charleston White, unhinged, says that No Jumper, the podcast No Jumper, has ruined the gang members there on No Jumper. He says that the gang members on No Jumper are ruining the image of gang members in California. He says that those individuals there on No Jumper are soft and weak, etc. He goes on to say that he hates a certain group of people. He had a long conversation with 607 Unc here. Shout out to 607 Unc. Shout out to Charleston White. He got emotional in this conversation, speaking about his family, his mother, and about life in general. I'm not going to play that part here. I'm just going to play the part where he talks about No Jumper and the gang members there on No Jumper and the image of the California gang member and how it has indeed changed for the worse.
Yeah. So by the time I was 15, I joined. By the time I was 17, I was calling shots running the campus.
For the 60s.
Yeah.
Big crib.
Yeah. And I was just bullshitting playing. I just paid attention. I watched all the movies, read the books, watched the niggas who was there, learned all the hand sign, and then just put on.
So you was faking?
I was faking.
He was faking. Charleston White said he was a shot caller for the 60s. So they said he used to be from Rolling 60s. He was claiming Rolling 60s at one point, and he had essentially turned on them, blaming them for Nipsey Hussle's death in one way or another. He had made a post about that some time ago. So he broke away from them. But he says that he was really a Rolling 60 at the age of 15, 16, 17 years old, to the tune of him being a shot caller for the Rolling 60s. We all know now that Charleston White disparages and denigrates gang members, particularly those in Los Angeles, California. He has a healthy disdain for those gang members. Nevertheless, he was once one of them. That perhaps was until he got on the stand. They have video of Charleston White at 16 or 15 years old on the stand in court snitching on someone, on his so-called friend. Maybe that's why he's no longer from Rolling 60s. He didn't just stop himself, but okay, say it ain't so, Rolling 60s. Charleston White was a shot caller for y'all.
Playing.
I was playing. It was something to do, like join the Boy Scout.
Man, they thought you was serious.
They still to this day they thought I would.
Right. But now it's like you got.
I still got a tattoo though. You see it right there?
Yeah.
See the neighborhood? Yeah, I still got it.
So you tied it on you, but you was playing.
Yeah, I playing. I had it tatted on both sides. I just got it covered up on this side. I meant to get it covered up on this side. I just never went back and do it.
Right.
But yeah, I was playing, homie. Damn near all of us was playing, my nigga, because most niggas I know, and I'm telling you this honest to God truth, from OG Percy to all these niggas, most niggas got put down in an institution, whether it was a boys' home or prison. The average nigga that I know from Texas did not get put down in the streets. All of us got put down going through the boys' home for one nigga who maybe went to the Cali for one summer or went to California. See, the Rolling 60s, in the Skyline Piru were the first ones to really come to Fort Worth. Then Lil Rank came out of Shreveport, Louisiana.
Right.
Yeah, but nah, nigga, it was boot nose going to LA with the crack. Them niggas saw how much money he was making down south with the shit, cause you know them his cousins. They come back down here on the west side. My nigga Baby Cash cut into the California nigga early 80s, him and OG Sane. Yeah, them niggas cut into the early 80s in Dallas. But for the most part, most niggas I know, 90% to 95% of Texas Crips and Bloods was put down in juvenile or the jail. They didn't get put down in the streets.
Right. You said Percy got put down in jail.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Look, so what seems to be your problem with gangs? Because you rolling 60 and you got a big problem
I was
with
a little boy then. I was a little boy, homie.
You got a big problem with Nip and all the rest of the rolling 60s, though? The rest of the gangs in LA?
I don't have a problem with gang members. I have a problem with the actions of gang members.
Right.
They just kill black people.
That makes a lot of sense.
I went to jail killing a white man. I ain't never shot a gun at a black man.
Right.
We was in the boys' home fighting, nigga. Fighting. When I fight a nigga from a gang member, I ain't never stomp him in the head.
Right.
Get back up, nigga. Come on.
Right.
So, nigga, it was just sport for me.
Right. That's why you told Adam 22 he was hurting the gang culture?
Yeah, but he killing the image of it. Cause you got gang niggas up there looking like hoe ass niggas talking and gossiping and talking gang business when gang members don't do that.
Right.
And he got California gang members looking like real hoe ass niggas.
Right.
Every now and then they get a few Chicago niggas running over there, but you can't find nowhere in Chicago nigga with gang members look like these California niggas on this No Jumper podcast. Gang members don't talk in microphone and conduct.
Well, I mean, you know, the internet it's just a wave. It's a new wave. Just like I was speaking to someone yesterday or so, a couple of days ago, saying the same thing to the homie, as a matter of fact, and that it's like when rap came along and everyone thought that they were a rapper. Everyone has a podcast now. Rappers, ball players, you name it, politicians, and that's what you're up against. Gang members. So the gang members ended up entering the podcast space like everyone else. And if they're going to enter the podcast space, more than likely, they're going to give up some sort of information. Some and most are trying to be careful with the information that they discuss here on the internet, but some are not. And some are liable to slip up when you're discussing gang stuff and gang politics. So you do have to be careful with some of the stuff that is being discussed, but it's all around. There are dudes from Chicago that are also on the internet speaking about certain stuff, and the other communities in other states that may not be have podcasts speaking about it. It's because they don't have any activity in their state as it relates to this sort of stuff. There's nothing to report on. They have nothing going on, which is not a bad thing, particularly if it means that these individuals are not being violent in their communities as it relates to other black people. But and the individuals on No Jumper, I don't believe that they're saying too much on No Jumper. They discuss certain things, but Spody Face and Munchie B, they're rather measured in what they discuss, especially Spody Face. He's real careful, but so is Munchie B. And Munchie B had the one slip of the tongue with the Draco situation, but other than that, I don't hear them talking about a DP in the hood or who got unalived by whom and this sort of stuff, just some messy stuff. They cover a lot of gang culture, but not in a messy way, I would say. But I also get what Charleston White is saying, but he said that No Jumper has him looking like, hoes. Damn.
Business, nigga. Real gang members would have got caught up in no type of shit that Cannon nigga was up there saying, talking right. Big U business. Gang member wouldn't have took that to the not real gang. Nowhere does it happen but there. Nowhere in the world are other real gang members who's been on gang file that have a history of gangs that come from real sets is nigga out publicly talking like that. So that have killed the image and the mystique, nigga, what we thought California niggas was.
Right.
Yeah, and apparently he's talking about the time that Loose Cannon was on No Jumper, and he said that tried to put Nipsey's murder on Big U, basically, that Big U had set it up, that he called him ahead of time and just blew the whole operation. And Wack was right there questioning Loose Cannon on this. He wanted all of the information, did Wack 100. So this is what Charleston White is talking about. Loose Cannon did say a lot on there, and he's locked up right now for his indiscretions. Part of the reason that he's locked up, along with other individuals, is for running their mouth on the internet. Yeah, you have to be careful. Fame is indeed a drug, and these individuals trying to go viral and saying things that they should not be saying. But do not mistake the mistakes of one or two individuals for the whole culture. He's saying that there's no mystique, that individuals in California as a whole are looking lame as a consequence of these individuals' indiscretions on the internet. I would caution him that every individual in California is not the same. don't compare everyone there to loose cannon because he may have gotten on the internet and said some things that were unbecoming of a member. Doesn't mean that everyone in California agrees to this and subscribes to this sort of indiscretion. They do not.
So why do they continue to do it, and why do LA allow No Jumper continue to do this if you're saying it hurt the gang culture so much?
Fame is the new drug. If nothing else, they become famous. They become infamous locally in somewhat, few states over. The rewards of it, nigga, somebody know your name. Gang members have always thrived off somebody knowing their name. Always. Gang members have always thrived, nigga, off somebody knowing their name.
Turn the camera back on, bro. What you say now?
Gang members have always thrived off somebody knowing their name. Nigga, that's why they put their sets up on the walls.
Hit record.
But nah, nigga, it's just like what the internet did to Boosie. It killed his mystique. The internet killed Jay Prince's mystique.
Right.
Once he started getting on her talking, because it allows people to give you disrespect. You have to take disrespect. If you get on the internet, homie, and you put a camera up, you have to allow disrespect, whether it's through comments or through his interviews.
Right. You say a lot of comments. So the question is that I've been wondering, would you die for your freedom of speech?
Yeah. If I wouldn't say the things that could get me killed online. And I'm not saying them things to people, nigga. I'm saying them things to white people saying I got free speech. Y'all can't stop me from saying this shit. Whoever make me mad, I can say something to. I got a right to hate. I don't have a right to act on my hate, but I have a right to hate something and somebody and can say I hate it and not be wrong. I can say I hate you, nigga. I hate you, cracker. Man, I hate them. I can say that. Do I mean it? Yeah, sometimes. But I can't act on it. But I can hate. It's a God-given emotion. You hate pickles. You hate pizza. You hate something. I got a right to hate, just as I have a right to love. You can't take that from me.
Right.
Yeah, so nigga, so I got a right to say, I don't like this. I hate that. F this. F that.
Yeah,
Right.
Of course you have a right to say that, and you have a right to say whatever you want, and that cannot be taken from you. Nevertheless, that works both ways or every way. In the same way that you have the capacity and the right to hate, so does others. It's just a matter of what you do with that. If you have some sort of hatred inside of you, I would suggest that you get it out of you. But if you are able to maintain it for some sickening reason, then just do not exercise that hate. Keep it dormant inside of you. Charleston White is saying he has a right to feel how he feels. That's fine. But he's not out executing on that hate upon anyone. He is very aggressive as it relates to gang members in Los Angeles, California. We can see some of his thought processes as to why. He says that they're looking soft on the internet, speaking gang business on the internet, and it's really just the LA dudes who are doing it. He specified No Jumper, or it was brought up because he just did an interview on No Jumper, but he's just speaking in general, I'm sure, about all sorts of individuals in the LA area that are members that have been on the internet speaking on whatever the case may be. Nevertheless, the gang members have a right to be on the internet. You have to be careful with what you're saying, of course, just because of the rules and the codes that they live by. But they have a right to be on the internet and having podcasts like anyone else. If a comedian can have one, if an athlete can have one, if a politician can have a podcast, then who's to say that a gang member can't have one? What makes them people any different or any better? This is how they're trying to support themselves in their lives. A member is not a throwaway of society. He's not a cast off. He's not a castaway. This is a human being, misguided, misdirected perhaps, but it's still a human being. And if you can have a podcast, Charleston White, and be all over the internet and YouTube, then so can a gang member. What makes you any different or any better? Just curious.
Anything that you won't say? I'm keeping it real. Is there anything that you won't say?
Yeah, it is something.
What's something you won't say?
I want some dick. I suck some dick. I need some dick. It's a whole bunch of shit I won't say, nigga.
Right. But anything else you'll fuck around and say?
Yeah. You friends with Jack 100? Tell him that.
Yeah.
You gotta say it.
Freak.
Let me say this. If I say it, I have to be able to give a reason on why I'm saying it. I ain't just saying shit.
Right.
And everything I've said, I can give you a reason on why I said it. Did I mean it? Nope, not for the most part. Because I don't come online to mean what I say.
Right.
I come online to create content.
Right.
I come online to entertain, and I come online to provoke thought. I come online to for sure evoke emotions, because that's what I get off to.
Right.
I get off to watching me evoke your emotions. You know what they used to call me when we were kids? All right, you better quit meddling people. Boy, you better stop meddling. All right, you'll get enough meddling people. Somebody gonna kick your ass one day.
Right.
I still been meddling. Ain't nobody taught me not to meddle yet.
Right. So you meddling with...
Right. No one has taught him not to meddle yet, as he said. Because he's very disrespectful on the internet with certain, he talks about people's deceased children. You name it. He said it. F George Floyd. F the gang members in California, Crips and Bloods, and their dead homies, so forth and so on. This is Charleston White, shock jock, if you will. That's how I refer to him often. To stay alive on the internet, to stay relevant, to stay viral. Sometimes you feel like you have to up the ante, say certain things that's going to go viral. People going to clip it and react to it. People like me. Keep your name alive. Keep your name going here on the internet. There you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Charleston White speaking with 607 UMP, as we just heard. And he says that No Jumper has the gang members in Los Angeles, California looking, he said, like hoes. That the members are looking soft, there is no more mystique. And that essentially it's just the members in LA. Now and then you see a dude from Chicago on No Jumper, he says, but other than that, it's just dudes from LA who are exposing everything. Well, LA are the trendsetters with everything. We know this. This is why you guys have gangs out there where you from, Charleston. That's why they have gangs out there in Texas and everywhere else. They originate from Los Angeles, California, most of them. So this is also a trend, if you will, with individual gang members having podcasts and exposing some of the things that goes on in gang culture. It's not really a big thing because we're trying to end the gang culture anyway. We're trying to end gang banging. So what? Still be careful with what you say and how you say it on the internet, of course. But sooner or later, other individuals in other states, they just don't have this. They don't have podcasts in other places in Hollywood and all that. They don't have it like that. And these individuals don't know what they're doing. Well, sooner or later, they'll catch on to and be having podcasts exposing what's going on in their states. Following after LA members that have gotten on the internet and done it. That's all. Just hasn't caught on in other places yet, but it will. But they're just going to be following what the members in LA started. So while you denigrate and disparage LA, everyone likes to copy LA culture in one way or another. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe and stay free. People.